And it's time for the final here of the New Zealand Pure Culture Four Nations Women's Sevens Tournament. It's counties Manukau in red. They're up against Waikato in the black and yellow. In this fantastic Women's Sevens exhibition tournament that we've had here at College Rifles. Let's kick off with the final. Well brought down by Waikato. Looking to clear at the base of the ruck there. That's number 11, Teresa Titamaki. I think there might have been a counties Manukau hand there. Yes, referee signalling so. Rax Anderson Pittman looking to clear the ball. Straight away Waikato looking to shift it wide. 13. That's Chelsea Alley. Taken into contact by Victoria Grant. She of course of Blackfern fame. But this is number 12 for counties Manukau. The ball's been turned over. She's herring for the corner. Steps inside. And that's the first try of the final. Well, that's well executed by counties because the ball was certainly well controlled by Waikato as they shifted it wide. But then strengthened the tackle from counties Manukau. The ball turned over and straight away in for the try. Unconverted, 5-0 counties Manukau. Well, this is a strong run. This is Franchia Hansen. Big girl, puts out the left-hand fend, unable to shake the defender. That's number 11, Teresa Titamaki, who's managed to get the ball, and we're even. What a start to this final. 5-all. The rain's coming down. The conversion sneaks over. Who'd have thought? 7-5. Only a few minutes gone. As happens in sevens, the try-scoring side gets the kick-off. That means that counties Manukau will be in possession. You see from the umbrella in the foreground there that there is a bit of rain falling here at College Rifles. It's unfortunately been the case throughout the day, but nonetheless we've still seen some fine sevens. Counties have been one of the better sides at shifting the ball wide and supporting the ball carrier. Unfortunately just a little knock on there from counties Manukau, which will give Waikato an attacking opportunity just inside the county's half. Looking for width here. And that's Victoria Grant. Nice continuity there. 21 is of course Rax Anderson Pittman. Number 11 Teresa Titamaki doing good work there over the tackle. Unfortunately the ball just coming free. Grant shifts it wide. Could be some space here. That's Franchia Hansen's taking the ball into tackle. She's a little bit isolated though. And I think, yeah, the players were late getting there, and when they did, they left their feet. And that's going to mean a little bit of relief for this counties Manukau side. Interesting to see whether they look to run it here or perhaps play territory. They decide to run it. Which is good to see. Often in a final, you'll see the sides that are starting to play conservative. They start looking to play territory, but that's not the case. And this is a fine line break from counties Manukau. Where is the support? There's the support. Has she got the legs? Brilliantly cover defended there. That's Chelsea Alley, the number 13. But look at the pace here. Counties Manukau are going to score. That's 2 tries to 1. That's 10 points to 7. They take the lead. And tell you what, they've looked probably the most confident outfit here today at College Rifles. They only just got up over the Chinese side Shandong in semi-final 2, which was a bit of a surprise to some. But they've certainly started this final with all sorts of intent, showing their full range of skills. There we go again. The pop ball. Plenty of sidestepping, plenty of pace, plenty of power from these girls. Waikato have done well. They might just be able to hold her up off the ground here. And the referee has ruled that it is a ruck. So no hands allowed to touch the ball when it becomes a ruck. And now it's county's turn. Shift the ball wide. A lot of these girls touch rugby players, which you'll see is evident by the way they step, the way they support each other. And some great character and defence being shown here by Waikato. Shutting down Manukau. Oh, that's a fantastic defensive play. Victoria Grant, the Blackfern. She's come screaming up off her line. Maybe too fast. Referee signalling that she may just have been offside. Didn't look to be from my position. Counties are over the line. I think they might have just been held up. They were originally held up. And as she reached to dot the ball down, she's let go of it. Again, fantastic desperation from Waikato. They're hanging in this game by the skin of their teeth. And it's through pure character and resolve, desperation and defence. And they're going to have to show more of these qualities with a defensive scrum 5 metres out. Strong push from Counties Manukau. The ball managed to shift it wide. That defender must have left her feet. And I think the referee wants to talk to her. Yeah, there's a few infringements which are starting to border on being professional fouls. And let's go with Counties Manukau saying, well, hey, Waikato are committing the same fouls. Unfortunately for Waikato, the referee is sticking to his guns. He's given them a penalty, and this is an opportunity to clear it from their goal line. But I tell you what, that red wall is hard to pierce. Defensively, they've been so strong, Counties Manukau. And just as I say that, up opens the defence. But what's been called here? The referee's pulled it back. I'm not sure why. Some bemused faces on the Waikato side. All we can tell is that Waikato are going to have the loose head and feed to the scrum. May well have been playing advantage. A little bit of a discussion with the referee there, although there's some smiles, which is good to see. This game's been played very hard, but it's also an enjoyable sport, rugby sevens. And great to see the Chinese getting into it as well. Of course, New Zealand pure culture and their endeavours, showcasing New Zealand and the sport of rugby sevens. Up into China, but that's a high tackle. I think in fairness, Victoria Grant, the ball carrier, she was slipping down into that one. So might have been a little bit unlucky on the Counties Manukau. And again, there's a few words. The referee's having none of it. Possibly looked more dangerous than it was. He's going to have a few words with the touch judge. I think the referee saw fairly clearly what happened there, but the touch judge, as is the way with some touch judges, wants to have his 5 cents worth. Of course, the referee now feels obligated to speak to the tackler. Given that she's only about 4'2" herself, it's a little bit hard to see how she could have meant any malice with that high tackle. Grant, she steps, she feeds, it's an inside runner. Tacklers come at her, places the ball back nicely. Cleared by Rax Anderson Pittman. The long ball from Victoria Grant. Defensive pressure. Look at this red line. All up as one. Number 9 hitting the ball carrier. Shifting it wide now, Waikato. And this is when they've looked at their strongest, but the Counties Manukau defence getting across, and that of course was number 6, Crystal Kaua, who looked to have the edge down the outside there. That ankle tap just as she looked around the Counties Manukau player. Still a lot of dialogue going on with the referee from both sides. I think that just shows the passion with which both these sides are playing the game. Of course, prize money on offer here, as well as the prestige of being the winner of this inaugural event. The New Zealand Pure Culture 4 Nations Women's Sevens Tournament. The referee looks to have blown half time. It's 10-7 at this stage. Counties Manukau with a 3-point lead over Waikato. The Waikato girls just having a bit of a chat there, redoing the hairdo. The Counties, well, they don't have to change too much. They've looked the stronger of the two sides. And really all the running in the second half is going to have to be made from Waikato. But the game certainly isn't over yet. Only 3 points in this one. Kicked off by Waikato, and that's a good restart. Nice and deep, giving the chasers time to get up onto the ball carrier, and that they do. Thump to the ground. That was Franchia Hansen, number 12. Really threw that ball carrier down. I think there must have been words from the Waikato coach that as a defensive line they need to move up quicker and shut down the space and the time for Counties Manukau. The question for Counties Manukau is if they can keep up the pressure they were able to exert in the first half. And this good support play, good width. Number 4 well tackled. 3 Waikato defenders there. There's a fine break up the middle. We saw this player in the semi-final, number 2. One of their best, Counties Manukau. But holding on to the ball there, not giving the Waikato side a chance to play at the ball. A few words. And they'll have to be careful here because, as we've mentioned before, there's a lot of dialogue going on out there. And with so much at stake, the referee could well end up sending someone to the sin bin. Which, of course, in the game of sevens means 2 minutes on the sideline. Neither side want this at this stage of the game with only 3 points in it. Counties Manukau now. That's brilliantly worked. The draw and pass. Number 10 here. The opening try scorer of the final. Lays the ball back well. And that's Chelsea Alley, the big blonde girl for Waikato. She's been very strong defensively. Blew over the ruck there and won her side a penalty. And that's really been the story of this game, is the county side have got themselves into good scoring positions, and then for whatever reason, whether it's a small mistake or giving away a penalty, Waikato have been able to keep clawing their way back into this final. But here's a chance for Counties Manukau. Calling in runners on the inside. $10 points to 7. Counties Manukau now. With the goal line in sight. Brilliant inside runner. And they're going to score a try. She's going to be able to bring it right around behind the sticks. This is clearly going to be a 7-pointer. 15 points to 7 with the kick to come. And the conversion is over. It's now 17 points to 7. A 10-point deficit, and Waikato with all the work to do. Strong defensive tackle from Counties Manukau. Some suggestion she may have been up offside. No call from the referee. This is Teresa Titamaki. She's burst clear, looking for her support. Well brought down there by number 11 for Counties. Snapped up by Victoria Grant. Victoria Grant, she's through. Showing the pace that's made her a Blackfern. The Chasers give up. This is going to be a 7-pointer. 17 points to 12, kick to come. Oh, unbelievably, the conversion's been missed. Score remains 17-12. That was a crucial mistake by Waikato, leaving 2 points out there in a final. And that could just be the difference between winning or losing this. Air New Zealand, Air China, ANZ, PK Furniture, 3A Copy sponsored event. They really have been great to work with. Of course, the event organised by New Zealand Pure Culture, the Four Nations Rugby Club. Jessie Sun for New Zealand Pure Culture. What a great job she's done. Of course, with the support of Scott Pearce, who's been looking after the Shandong and Jiangsu sides. How great it was to see an international flavour in this tournament. Unfortunately, none have been able to make the final. We've certainly got the two best sides here. And at 17 points to 12, this game can go either way. Waikato now in possession. They'll need to hang on to the ball here. It is slippery out there, we'll remind you. The rain has been falling today. And that was Nicole Booton with the pass. It was slapped down by Counties Manukau. Now, you're not allowed to do that, and that means a penalty. I'd suggest the referee might start talking to people because it's not the first time that's happened. Strong run there. That's Chelsea Alley. The referee has ruled a penalty. This will be Waikato ball. 5 points to deficit. They need to score next. This is Teresa Titamaki. She's had a strong game. Now Victoria Grant scored the last try. Conversion was missed crucially though. Nicole boot on now. She puts it ahead. Where are the chasers? The ball rolls into touch right by the Barbecue King sign. Must recommend going down there. What a fine restaurant that is. One of the many sponsors that we've had today. Counties Manukau now thinking about territory, hoofing the ball downfield, but this is going to give Waikato an opportunity. Of course, China Hohepa, she's a great counter-attacker. The ball's been moved on. That's Michelle Witt. Strong. Look at the size of her. Great leg drive, but there was no support. No one there sealing the ball off, and that's meant Counties Manukau are now on the counter-attack. Defensively, Waikato have gotten back, and that's what's important here. They can't let Counties score next. Referee blows. He says that it's going to be a loose head and feed to Counties Manukau. And with time just about up, Waikato might just have lost their last opportunity to score. They're really going to need a big shove here. Ideally, they can drive Counties Manukau back and perhaps win a tight head. It's going to take every ounce of strength that they have. Well, they've done well, but the ball comes back quickly. Counties able to clear it, run blindside, and then sealing off at this ruck. They've really done everything textbook in this game. They've been the better side. They've run the better angles, as we just see there. Their support play has been good. Strength has been good. But Waikato have been able to hang in by the skin of their teeth. Desperation in defence, just like at that last breakdown. But hands in there from Counties. Quick tap from Waikato. Yeah, the County side knocked back the 10 there. Once again, it could be suggested that some of these infringements are bordering on professional fouls. But you play to the referee. And he's no doubt communicating with the girls out there. This is almost last throw of the dice. This is Rax Anderson-Pittman, but she's strongly brought down. Good support there at the breakdown by Victoria Grant. A little bit isolated out wide here. They've got to be careful, Waikato. They're outnumbered at the breakdown, and that's what's happened. The ball carrier hanging onto the ball because there were no support players there. And that's meant the Counties Manukau have the ball. They'll be asking how much time is left. I think it could be full time. They've booted it clear. Referee blows full time. Counties Manukau are your winner. 17 points to 12. And they take out the inaugural New Zealand Pure Culture Four Nations Women's Sevens Tournament. Fantastic result. What a final we had. There's no doubting they were the better team out there, but a strong performance by the girls from Waikato. You can just see by the smiles on the girls from Counties' faces though, what this means to them. Game was played in a great spirit. Definitely a fantastic advertisement for the game of women's sevens. There's no doubt it's going to be a hotly contested Olympic sport. But there we are, the Waikato girls, for coming second, $1,500. You've got to be happy with that. And that, of course, is thanks to the major sponsors, Air China, Air New Zealand, 3A Copy, and the ANZ Bank. There's the cheque for $1,500. And what a nice shot this is. It's truly been an international tournament today. The girls from Shandong and Jiangsu posing together for a photo. They were foes on the rugby field but friends off it. But there can only be one champion. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Counties Manukau running out the victors in this, the New Zealand Pure Culture and Four Nations Sevens tournament. Brought to you by Air New Zealand, Air China, 3A Copy, PK Furniture, and the ANZ Bank. $2,500 for Counties Manukau. Your champions, running out victors over Waikato, 17 points to 12. What a fantastic day we've had here. What a great final. What great champions.